Hello, hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, so let's start with today's lecture. So from Monday we are going to start with the project like the integration and all that thing. So I am having some documentation that you need to prepare. So I will share that with you on mail by today itself. So try to review it, like what things are there and all that thing. And during this project you need to fill all that documents on your own, like what you have done and what's the difficulties that you have faced and all that thing. And after completion of these projects you need to upload it all these things into your GitHub repository. So I will share all that document with you. Wait for a few minutes. And before starting with today's lecture, I think someone is asked me about this batch parameter, right?
Yes, sir, it was me.
Okay. So see, Somyajit, the batch parameter is nothing but like when we are training any model, there are multiple layers in that, like in the architecture of that model, right? So for the training purpose, we train these images iteratively on that whole layer. So like if I start with one iteration, then we go to a second iteration, then third iteration. So the batch parameter shows us that in one iteration how many images are there for the training of the model. So that's why we use this batch parameter. So you can modify the value of the batch parameter as per your requirement. Like if you want more images to be trained during one iteration, then you can increase it. And if you want that less images should go to model, then you can decrease it. Got it?
Okay, so like if we're taking batch equals 25, so 25 images will
Yes.
be selected.
Yeah, so what happen is like if you are having 500 images, then that is going to be divided by 25, and that's like 500 divided by 25, that is equal to 20. So your model is going to be trained for one epoch, and for one epoch there is 20 iterations.
Okay, I got it. Sir,
Yeah.
and sir, did you send any mail yesterday because I didn't
No,
receive?
no, no, no. I haven't said. I forgot about that. So I will share the code. Like I am not going to share the code today, but what we are going to do is from tomorrow, yeah, or we'll on Monday. What we does is we can set up one GitHub repository, centralized GitHub repository. I will upload all this thing over there, and from there we manage all this code and all that thing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I will share one artifacts file. So wait for few minutes and then we will start with this lecture. Yeah. So what we are doing to do is I am going to share one file with you. Let me share my screen first. So one thing I forgot yesterday. That let me show you that thing first. So see, I have shared the dataset format with you all right yesterday, but what I have forgotten is that I am training that model that model is YOLO V3 model. That's why the dataset format and all that thing is not correct. But if you want to train it with YOLO V8 model, then the dataset format should look like this. See, now I am going to write the path, or you can say structure of the dataset that you need to follow. So for that we have one central we have one data that means the data set, and in that data set we are using one is images, and the second one is labels. Right, so we are using for the first that one is image, and the another one that we have is label. So we have one directory, that is data set. Inside that data set directory we more direction one is image and then the one is label. So if you want to train it using like what I said, train test validation set, then what you do is inside this images directory you will create another directory, that is train test and well. You can do same thing with these labels as well. uh, Train, test, and valid. So that's how you need to format your data set. You have one directory, that is data set. Inside that directory you have another two directories, that one is images, one is labels. And inside that images directory, if you want that you want these separate directories, then you can create this directory. And if you don't create this directory, that would be also fine. Like if you have uploaded all the images inside this images directory, that will also work fine for this thing. Right, so wait for a minute. We have like here we have Hima, Bindu, and Ayucha. So they are coordinating these projects. They want to talk to you, so you guys can talk, and I will join later. Hi, Hima. Hello.
Yeah, hi Akshay.
Yeah, so you can continue. I will leave this meeting. Do let me know whenever you are finished with your things.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you,
Yeah,
Akshay.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Good
Hello.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening. Myself and Aisha are the program coordinators, as Akshay has told you all. We are here to interact with you and to know if you are having any issues or concern with this class. Are you able to understand all the topics, or you have any other things to be shared with us? Please don't hesitate, and please unmute your mics and speak to us.
Like this projects were, as sir said, like for educational purposes only. So I wanted to ask, like, is there any way you can convert to any like real life use case that can be used by the industry?
Aish, can you please answer on this?
Yeah, Himanshu. Yeah, hi everyone. So Majid, the thing is that just I need some brief about your project from you. Then I can add on that. So please, can you brief me about this project?
So this project is on like smart traffic management system. What we are doing is like taking all the license plate from a video camera, CCTV camera,
Hmm.
and then we are extracting all the license number that is also tracking the like number of cars in the road and calculating the traffic and also storing the license plates in a file. I think that's what I know till now.
Acha, great, Somajit. So the thing is that uh, I think that your question is related to something like your mentor is teaching you theoretical things till now.
We are going to start practical. I wanted to ask, like, is there any way that this can be converted into a like industry project,
So
like
yeah,
in
Somajit,
a
yeah.
real life use case?
Yeah, just to add on your point, so this thing is just a real life project because the other classes that we have now is almost related to creating chatbots and something like that. So this class I just found interesting that yeah, it is just real life use case that you guys have to manage out traffic in the real life. So definitely you guys will be having or looking to some CV concepts and uh, so till my up to I know that yeah, it will definitely related to some computer vision thing, and uh, I think that Somijit, this is a real life project. But yeah, if you have this doubt, definitely uh, we can have something for you. But yeah, just need to look for that. But for now, like if it's come from majority, definitely then we can help. But I think that this is from the industry side project. But
Okay, sir.
thanks
Thank
for
you, sir.
adding it, Somijit. Yeah. So good to know that yeah, you at least raised this thing. Yeah, thanks for your point.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so everybody, as Hima told, just we are here to interact with you. Just we want to get some feedbacks from you. Yeah, so just open up your mics and speak to us. Don't hesitate because yeah, you may have any doubt, you may have any problem that you are facing with the sessions. It may be related to your classes, maybe related to your mentor, anything related to program. So you can directly ask us. We are definitely in a position to help you. No one, no doubts, except Somajit.
Sir, can you record this sessions so that we can review if we have any on any.
Yeah, so Pradha, adding to that, key the thing is that key if uh, uh, maybe possible that you guys will not be able to join this class regularly. Maybe you have your exams or something like that. So this is possible. But the thing is that key we can't pressurize our mentor to do so. Like we can't request him to get all this video recorded because yeah, this is around an hour long classes. So definitely we can't request him, but yeah, you guys, if you think that you have some friends in this group, so definitely they can help you. But at the same time, I don't think that we can help you in that in just getting recorded videos for you. You can request your mentor, like definitely if he will join, we can indicate that yeah, some of your uh, interns just want to have that recorded lectures, but I don't think that it will be much feasible for him to do so. So that's my point, Radha.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If you have missed on any classes, you can just ask your other team members to explain you on that, or you can always ask your mentor to repeat that particular session which you want to have some clarity on. Okay, that can be done, but
Ah,
recording sessions I think is not allowed also.
allowed, and at
Okay,
the
sir.
same time, it is not that much feasible for a mentor to manage out that recordings and all.
Yes,
So,
for all the classes, because daily it is not that daily everyone are joining, right?
yeah, this is the point, Radha. Yeah.
And I definitely suggest all of you to join all the classes so that you get an understanding of the entire project and the concepts. If you miss out on any few classes, also it would be it is not that much beneficial for you. And definitely at the end of these 2 months, Infosys will be asking all of you to explain you about your project and the concepts that you have learned in these 2 months. So please be sure that you are learning each day and you are completely aware of what your project is and the things which you need to do in your project. Is that clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, it is clear, but there are some issues, just like we have a new thing learning and we have no idea whatever is going. So, in case we have found any difficulty at any level, so that video will be help out to resolve this error. Just because there are a lot of things definitely change in a video and just so it's showing the he yesterday installed the library and something are changing, then error occurred. So that will that video will be help out to us.
Yeah. So Hima, let me answer this. So yeah, thanks Anirudh for raising this thing. But Anirudh, the point is that ki definitely we do prefer, like if I and at your place, definitely I will too prefer this thing, that I will get the recorded videos and I will follow them. Definitely it is very beneficial and helpful for us. But at the same time, I I just can't give you assurance on that, because yeah, it's up to definitely up to our mentor that he is feasible with this thing or not. So this is the first point. Second point related to installations. So yeah, if you are facing anything in installation, any issues, any errors, so definitely you can ask your mentor, and at the same time, your mentor can provide you some resources that you all guys can refer and have your installations done. Because the thing is that if like take a case, like there is a 17 students in your class. So in the batch of 17, 15 of them have successfully installed whatever library or software that you guys are installing, and two of them are facing the issue. So maybe it is something related to their particular system. So I don't think that uh, if your mentor, you can directly ask your mentor for that, but I don't think that in a whole class he can help you. But yeah, definitely he can schedule some classes for you for solving out this particular doubts you are facing. So this may help. But as per the recordings is concerned, I don't think that it is much feasible for him to do so. But definitely, I will request you to please go and please ask your mentor once. That since most of you want this, so yeah, definitely you can ask him, and if he is feasible, then it will help. Yeah, Anirudh. Adding to Hima point that yeah, as he told you that after this 2 months, you all guys will be having some sessions with Infosys, maybe one to one, maybe in a group. So that will be presentation sessions. So in that you guys need to present your whole project along with different tasks that you have done and end-to-end working project with you. Okay. So at that time you guys should not be complaining about your mentor or anything like that. Yeah, this is the reason that's why we are unable to do that because yeah, for now you have much of the time to do this. So at the end you should be learning something new. It's our objective and definitely our mentor's objective. So definitely it will helpful for all of you and beneficial for this program. So yeah, that's why Hima requested you to join on the regular basis and to have this project going on and learn something new every day. So yeah, Anirudh, have I cleared your doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Anirudh.
And if anyone are having any concerns like this, you should definitely ask your mentor. Feel free to ask that. You are expected to ask such questions to your mentors. Any doubts related to any concepts, you can definitely ask them and get it cleared. Don't hesitate to ask any doubts. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So anything from anyone else, any betterment you want to have here, because at the end it is that each one of you should complete the whole project. It is not that I was involved only in this particular part, I don't know the other part. So you're not supposed to say this sort of answers. Okay. So you must be aware of the end-to-end functionality of the entire project. That is what is required.
Yeah. Uh, so Hima, do you want to add something on agile things? Like, so it would be
Uh,
great.
no. I shall let us do that next week, right?
Okay,
Or
okay.
we
So
can
that,
just tell them that, yeah, we can just tell them that the documents will be shared.
just please inform that so they should
Uh,
have the track of that.
your mentor will be assigning you the agile documents. He will be sharing with you the agile related documents. And I hope you all had gone through that agile methodology training and the GitHub training before the start of this internship program. So you might be aware of how the agile methodology is and all. Your mentor will be sharing the documentation with you. You need to fill it up, but definitely if you are stuck up anywhere, you can ask your mentor for that help. But each one of you is supposed to have that document in your repo, in your GitHub.
Filled.
Yeah, filled documentation with each one of you should have that at the end of your internship program along with your project in your GitHubs. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will be joining on a regular basis, not daily, but definitely once in a week or once in 10 days. We will be joining and we will be interacting with you, just to know that if everything is going fine or not. So you can always, any concerns you can always bring to our notice, or you can ask your mentor that you want to connect with the coordinators. He will arrange for a call with us. Is that fine?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are able to understand what your mentor is explaining, right? Because each one of you are from different backgrounds. We don't know how much knowledge each one of you are having. So we have planned this program in such a way that we need to cover everything from the basics. Someone might be who knows this concept very well. You might feel that it is a waste of time, but others, it is useful to others. So any comments on that part? Hello.
No, ma'am.
Clear, right? So whatever your mentor is explaining to you, you are able to understand everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? I should like to would you like to add anything else?
Uh, yeah, just take up one or two interns for that particular discussion with me. Yeah, Hima, for give me 1 or 2 minutes, then definitely you can ask our mentor to join back. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's with me. Yeah, so let me start with Shraddha. So yeah, Shraddha, could you please give me a brief about this project that you all guys are working on?
Yes, sir. We are working on the traffic management system
Hmm.
in which the video is processed and we get the report about the count of the vehicles and the number plates.
Hmm.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so in milestone one, like by today, your milestone one will be getting over. Like it's of 2 weeks. Hope your mentor told all these things regarding milestones. That all of you guys will be having this project done in a 4 milestone each of 2 weeks. So today or tomorrow, it will be the end of second week. So it's the end of milestone one. So yeah, thanks Shraddha for adding this. Now I will request Rohit to add something on this. That what you all guys have covered in milestone one. Not in detail, just speak up. Rohit Chaudhary. Vaibhav. Balam. Okay, so anyone want to speak? Say they can raise their hand, so we can call according that.
You
Anyone
guys
want to
need
add?
to speak, otherwise, how will you speak at the end of your internship program?
Yeah, yeah. Wishing to have more people in that queue. So yeah, please keep raising your hands. We'll ask someone from this group. And definitely the person who are not responding in a like not responding and not interacting will be into the considerations. So yeah, no one, like only 3 people from this group. Just to know about the milestone one that you guys have worked on. Okay, Arman, so you can go ahead. Like just tell me in a short if something related to this milestone one.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, very good.
So our first milestone was to cover the basics for computer vision in our first 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So we can continue upon our next milestone for the project. So
Okay.
last week we covered upon what are the basics of computer vision and what technology we are going to use in our project
Hmm.
for ANPR and ARTC. That is, we are going to use the YOLO model depending upon the version. Basically, we are using YOLO model, and for the last few classes, we were covering upon data annotation and data labeling on how we will prepare our database to train the model,
Hmm.
how we will train the model, and then based on that, we are going to proceed further in this week. After preparing the data, our next milestone will start, and it is to start with the number plate recognition system.
Acha, okay, okay. Thanks, Arman, for adding this. So yeah, so you all guys have gone through the basics of computer vision, which they definitely it would help. At the same time, since there will be involvement of model training, and also maybe you will be going through the basics of AI and machine learning. So yeah, that's great. So I think Hima, that I am done my side. So you want to add something else?
Yeah, one thing, I think we can hold them whatever is required. Yeah. Akash will be joining soon. Uh, Anyone wants to add on anything else, you can please go ahead. You can can just talk to us, no problem. Kavita.
Good evening, Kavita.
I think
So
she has an issue with the mic.
there is some disturbance at her end.
Mahita. Mahita, can you add anything?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Till now we have worked on a single image. From now, next week, the main project is going to start from Monday.
Okay.
We'll be working on a data set like 200 images.
Okay.
Till now we have gone through basics. These 2 weeks.
So you have understood all the basics well, right?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. Your mentor has joined, and we are leaving.
So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks Akshay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So Akshay, just a few of mentors are raising queries regarding that recording classes. So yeah, if it is
So,
feasible for you, then only you can go ahead. If
sir,
it's not,
what I need to do is I'll need to change it from Google Meet to Teams. I'll need to go check that if I'm available, like the recordings and all that thing available in Teams. Then I will try to do that thing.
for sure. Okay, that will work. At the
Yeah.
same time, yeah, you don't need to record everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are going through some important session that you feel that if may required for other students if they are absent,
Mm-hmm.
so you can record that particular classes. So yeah, it would be great.
Yeah. So I am working on that, but see, I am from in Google Meets, I am not able to do that thing, recordings and
In
all
Google
that.
Meet it is
So
not
yeah,
available.
I'll need to change this link, and I'll move to Teams so that
Hmm.
I can able to like record this session and all that thing.
So you can do that, but yeah, it's up to your feasibility. If you can, then only.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that
Thanks.
thing.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Akshay.
yeah.
Thanks, team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, so we'll start with so from Monday I will try to I will send the another links for the Teams meeting. So use that link for joining the meetings and all that thing, and I will check that if I am able to record the session and all that thing. So we'll start from tomorrow about this recording and all that thing. Done? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's continue. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so this is the main format that we need to follow instead, like in which we want, if like you want to train the YOLO model, then you need to follow this format. We are having one directory, that is dataset directory. In that directory, we have two folders. One is images, and the second one is the labels. Inside that folders, you need to create different folders. If you want to create, like if you want to create the stain, trace, and validation folder, then you can create that. And if you don't want to create that folders, then you can directly paste your images into the images folder and the label txt file into this labels folder. So this is how you need to create this structure of the data set in case if you want to train the YOLO model. And for this for this data structure, you need to create this YML file. Let me create another one. So how you are going to create that file is this is the you need to create, like you need to pass the location of that YML file over here only. So if you want to create this file into content slash data set, slash config file, then you can do that thing as well. That is totally dependent upon you, like where you want to create this file. So after creating this file, you need to give the path of that directory. So let me say that if the dataset directory is within the data slash dataset, then you need to pass your path over here only. This is the path of this main folder, that is dataset. If it is simply the dataset only, then you need to pass it over here like this. See, I am having this path is here, like I am having this data set into this content directory, so that's how I am going to pass it. After doing this, you need to pass, like if you are having train test and validation split, then what you have to do is you have to do it as a train, and you need to give it, like if you are uploaded all your images within this images directory, then you can directly pass it as like images. Right, and if you have created the train test and validation set, then what you need to do is you need to add this over here only. You need to add this like this. Train test is for test we are having images slash test, and for validation we are having images slash well. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you don't have this train test and validation, then what you have to do, like if you want to use all your images for training and validation purpose, both for both the purposes you want to use the images that is stored in this images directory, then what you can do is you can directly do this thing, like you can pass it for both. Like you can use it like if you want to use the same images, then you can pass it the path of this directory 2 times for this training and validation both. And all this thing will be same, like if you are having multiple detection, then you need to change the value over here, if you are having 2, then you can pass it to, and you need to give one another name, that is like let's say car. So that's how you need to change this thing, these both things. It is based on this labeling and all that thing. Okay, got it, everyone?
Sir, what was that NC parameter?
So wait, that NC is nothing but the number of counts. Like if you are detecting 2 different entities, then you need to pass it over here as 2. If you are having only license plate, then you need to pass it as 1. So that is on the how many classes you are going to predict on that images, that you need to share it over there.
Okay, sir, got it.
So I said, let me do this thing. I am going to share with one artifacts file that you need to fill during this project. So let me go through that thing. So I am going to share this file with you, and you need to follow, like you need to follow all this instruction, and you need to follow by yourself. You need to write like let me say this is the agile template, and this is about the product backlog. We don't need this at this point of type. This we don't. Okay. 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 So let's start with this. Choose sprint user ID, user story description, Moscow dependency, assignment status. This is not for you. So yeah, this is for you. Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to write the user ID. So you need to follow this file from where from the date when we are going to start with this project and all that thing. From that date you need to follow these things. So yes, so you need to write the user ID, the task ID that you can write by yourself, like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you need to write. Like if it is your second task, then you need to like let's say user ID is 1 and the task is like you are working on the first task, then you need to write first, and if you are working on the second task, then in another row you need to write the second. Here you need to write the task description, like if you are working on data collection, then you need to write the data collection. Well, so after that we are having one column that is the start date. Here you need to write the start date of this task. Let's say we start with 14 November 2024, and this is the completion date. Like if you have finished your completion on 15, then you need to write 15 November 2024. So this column is for like if you are working on group, then you need to write this thing, and if you are working solely, then you don't need to write anything in this team members. So in activity shell, what you need to do is you need to write what activity you have done in this collection. So like from where you have collected the data, how you have collected the data, and all that thing. So that things you need to write it over here. We are having one drop down. Let me do. Yes, this is not that we need to do. We need to add one more option over here. That is the data collection. So yeah, that thing we can do. And in this status, you need to write what this thing like the data collection is started. Like if it is not started, then you can write is not started. If it is in progress, then you can write it is in progress. And if it is completed, then you can write it is completed. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in hours, you what you need to do is you need to write the total hours that you have worked on that task. Like let's say you have worked for 3 days, and in total you have worked for 6 hours. Then you need to write the six over here, and over here what you need to write. Let's say in first day you worked for 2 hours, then you can write 2 hours. Then in second day you worked for 3 hours, then you can write three. And in third day three, you have worked for 1 hour, then you can write one. Mm, why it is showing that thing pending efforts or after completion of work day three. Okay, I will check this thing. Why I am not able to do that. Okay, so yeah, you need to write like that. Invalid value. I'll check that thing and I will get you know it. Have you got this all this point that I have shared with you? What you need to do in this file?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the one file, and we are having another sheet that is a stand-up meeting. So here, what we are going to do is like we are going to work sprint wise. So we'll start with the first sprint, and in sprint, most probably one sprint will last for around 2 weeks. So you are having like 10 days. Like we are working 5 days a week, so you are having 10 days. So you need to write like if the meeting is in a second day, then you need to write the second day. And impediments, I need to check that thing. Okay, so impediments, like you need to write the things that we have discussed. And like if you are having some concern, and you are like if you want to deploy something, then you need to write the, let's say you can write deployments. So we have meeting one on deployments on in sprint one, and on second day we have one meeting that is deployment. So you need to write it over here as a deployment, and what the action is taken for in that meeting. So you need to write this over here. So let's say you have deployed a model, so you can write is it. Uh, so you can write it over here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all this thing you need to maintain during this project. So try to understand what it like what the details that you need to fill in these files. So this is retrospectrum. Okay, so we'll start with the sprint. Like if it is first sprint, then you write first sprint. This is the start date of that sprint. This is the end date of the sprint. If you have worked with team members, then you can write the name of that team members as well. Like if you have worked with two team members, then you can write their mail IDs, and or you can write the, like what I can say, the name of that team members. Then after that, the starting date of the sprint, the finish date of this of this sprint, like if you have started your first sprint on 15 November and you have finished that sprint on 30th November, then you can write 15 November over here and 30th November over here. And in continue doing, I'll let you know what you have to add. And in action taken, you need to write all these things that you have done during that sprint. Like if you have taken the action for, let's say, deployment, then you can write action taken for deployment. If you worked with the video processing, then you can write action taken. In action taken, you can write video processing. That's how you need to fill this file, that is retrospect. Got it? Okay, so we are having another file as well, that is defect tracker. Okay, so this is the file that you need to fill, like if you are facing any difficulty and all that thing, then you need to fill this defect tracker. Like if during the deployment you faced some error, so what you need to do is you need to provide the description of that error and the description of that defect over here. So if you are facing any kind of issue and all that thing, so you need to follow this defect tracker file. Got it? Which this file is for what purpose, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to provide the description of that defect and the sprint in which you have found that defect, and for that defect what you have assigned to. Like if you have assigned if you are working in a team and you have assigned your team member about this defect and he is working on that thing, then you need to write their mail ID or name of here, the type of that defect that you have found in that in your spring, that you need to do here. Like if it is a logical error, then you can write it as logical. If it is a error in UI, then you can write it is in UI. So you can add your options over here. Like if it is the error in deployment, then you can write it over here deployment. You can add that option over here only. So here in action taken, you need to write what action you have taken to resolve that defect, the date of that action taken, that you need to like specify the date on which you have taken the action for that defect. Then you need to write if this defect is still open or if the defect is resolved. Like if it is the issue is resolved, then you need to write closed, and if the issue is still there, then you need to write it as open. And anything like any remark that you wanted to add, then you can like you can write it in this remark column. So, this is nothing others. Okay, yeah, so this is for defect and issue tracking. We have another file that is for unit testing. So this thing is useful when you are like going to test the application. So this is for like this is the unit testing plan that you need to follow when you are testing your application in for real-time use cases and all that thing. So you need to write the number of that testing, like the use case test, the name of that case. Like if you are testing the number plate recognition system, then you need to write that the name of that use case, the procedure of that test. Like if you are processing some task, and like if you are processing using some methods, like if you are started with this thing, then you have going to do that thing and then you are going to get the result, then you need to write that full procedure over here in the test procedure. And condition to be tested, you need to write the condition for the validation of that test case. Like if I am testing the number plate recognition system, then the condition for this test case is the number should be detected. That is the condition for that test. So you need to write that condition over here. Also the you need like sorry, so that thing you need to write is expected result, that the number plate should be detected. In condition you can tell is like if there are some conditions that you during the detection of this number plates, the minimum is like that you should get this is 50%. So if you are in type of condition, then you need to write this over here. Like if you are provided with condition that you should obtain 80% efficiency during this number recognition system. Then you need to write that condition into this condition to be tested thing. And the results that you have got, like you have got 90% accuracy during the training, then you can write the result like that meaning in this actual result section. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to share these 3 files with you. We'll start like try to review out this file. If you have any kind of doubt regarding anything, then you can ask me, and I will try to resolve your issue. So you don't need to write anything from now. I will let you know from when you like need to fill all these files and all that thing. Okay, let me take your attendance.
So do we have class tomorrow?
Yes, I think like all of you are comfortable with the same timing for tomorrow's class.
Yes, sir.
Anyone has any issue for 6 to 7 p.m.?
No, sir.
Okay, so we are having one lecture, yes, tomorrow. For like if I am not able to join this on Monday, that's why we are having this lecture on Saturday.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Okay, let me take
can
your
you
yes.
repeat the defect section? I have unstable network connection here.
Okay, so let me open the defect tracker. To see. So what is this? This is the defect tracker that you have to use for like if you are having any issue or any defect during the uh, project, then you need to use this file. So in this description section, what you need to write is you need to write the description, like full description of that defect, what the issue you are facing and all that thing. You need to write it in this description section. You need to write the spring number, like sprint number and all that thing in which you have found this defect. In assign to me, like what you need to write is like if you assign this issue to someone, then you need to write their mail ID or name over here into the assign to. Like let's say you have assigned to me, then you need to write you my name or mail ID over here in this assign to section. In this test, like type of defect, you need to write the type of that error. Like if you are having any logical error, then you need to write there is a logical error. If you are having the UI side error, then you need to write the this is the UI side error. In action taken, what you need to do is you need to add like what action you have taken to resolve this issue. That you need to write in this action taken section. The date of that action taken, like if you worked on that query on 15th November, then you need to write the date of that 15th November over here. And going ahead in the status, so what you need to do is if the issue is resolved, then you need to write it as a closed, and if the issue is not resolved, then you need to write it as open. And any remarks that you wanted to add, you can add it in this remark section. Got it?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. So let's take your attendance first. Priyanshu. Priyanshu. Hemish. Hemish. Kurisai Mihita.
Present, sir.
Subbalakshmi.
Present.
Janani.
Present, sir.
Somyajit Khan.
Present, sir.
R.K. Sharma. R.K. Sharma. Vaibhav Bari. Vaibhav Bari. Shraddha Sagar Patil.
Present, sir.
Okay. Nagarjuna.
Present, sir.
Okay. Anchal.
Present, sir.
Okay. Pratha.
Present, sir.
Okay. Rudra Pratap Singh. Okay. Kuruvada Uday Kiran. Uday Kiran.
Present, sir.
Okay. Anirudh.
Present, sir.
Okay. Tharwa Kobrekar.
Present, sir.
Okay. Prashant Sharma. Rohit Chaudhary. Okay. Kavita Thakur.
Present, sir.
Okay. Kabir Mittal. Arya Falake.
Present, sir.
Balam Sainitha.
Present, sir.
Bhumika Samal. Arman Sharma.
Present, sir.
Okay. So yeah, that is it for today's lecture. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining this session. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir.